I'm Seth Mayer. Today we have a very special episode of Pod Radio for you. It's another one of our videos. We've got a special guest that we're going to be speaking to. My partner Darwin is going to elaborate more.
Hi Seth.
Oh, hi Darwin.
So we're just walking over to the printing room to meet Mr. Baruani Ndume.
Yeah, there he is. Mr. Baruani Ndume. He's come with us. We have some questions to ask you.
Thank you so much. Welcome to the second Pod Radio and YouTube video episode. I'm Daud Ali and I'm joined with Seth Mayo over here and Baruani Ndume. So Mr. Val has been teaching the grade 8s and the ethics lessons about children's rights. And I'm joined with Mr. Baruani. And so just tell us a bit about your life.
Okay, first of all, thank you so much for having me today. My name is Baruani Ndume. I'm a Congolese. I was born in Congo in 1993. But when I was 7 years old, I moved from Congo to Tanzania because of the war. And then I went to one of the refugee camps in Tanzania. I have been in Tanzania in the refugee camp for 18 years. I've been there, and when I moved when I was 7, and I started some different programs for children when I was 10 years old. But after that, I get a chance for a school opportunity so that I came to South Africa for study. Came to South Africa, and I was involved in Wambek Boys High School as an intern in the English department and doing some English classes at Kwezi here in Wambek Boys High School.
So, can you tell me a bit about why exactly you had to become a refugee?
As I know, because I was a kid. I was like 6, 7 years old. But the many problem that forced us to move from Congo to Tanzania is because of the war. There was a war between the government with the other country, with people from Rwanda. There was a big problem with the war created in our country, so that was something that people was killed. So we feel like no, we can't continue this situation. We need to move. We have a right to live. We have a right to live in a peace place. So that's why I was allowed. Was forced to move from Congo to Tanzania. So, yeah.
Reprendre votre thérapie, d'aller en partie. Votre fils a quand même.
So, how did you get this radio broadcast to work, and where did you broadcast to?
At the age of 10, Baruani decides to fight for all those children who need to survive in a refugee camp. With little means, he starts his own radio program, through which he literally gives refugee children a voice. The program becomes a huge success and is broadcast in 4 countries. Because it reaches such a widespread audience, Baruani can use his program to reunite families torn apart by the war in the Congo. He reminds his listeners to help the weak and to support one another. But most importantly, he gives refugee children the opportunity to tell their stories.
It was a regional radio, called the Radio Kwizera. This radio was in the area where I was living in Tanzania, and they say we'll be broadcasting your program, but what you're going to do, you record your program and then you send it to us and we'll use it, because our radio is quite big and people from East African countries heard about what we are conducting, so that it will be easy for you people to know exactly what you are doing and what kind of activity you are doing with us. So I said it's fine. I joined them and we start our program. Yeah.
Okay, wow, that's quite amazing. Yeah. So, Mr. Devalkandi lent me this book called Changemakers, which features a chapter. Well, this book is basically about the 10 International Children's Peace Prize winners through the years. and Mr. Baruani Ndume here, he won the prize in 2009. And there's a chapter in this book dedicated to him and his work, and I read it, and it's truly an amazing story, and it's incredible, and that's why we're doing this interview with you now. And a lot of it speaks about the refugee life. So what I really want to know from you is what it's like. You're gonna tell me now, who's never experienced any of these hardships or anything like this. What's it like being a refugee?
I'll give an example concerning the living I have been, the life I've been in the refugee camp. In Tanzania, we are under refugees organization, but also we are under Tanzania government policies. So Tanzania policies saying that a refugee, someone who is not allowed to go outside of the camp without an official permit, is someone who, even if you want to start business, you want to start any kind of activity, you must have an official permit. That is sometimes it's quite difficult, because we are people, we are human beings, we have right to have a freedom, we need to do business, we need to go outside of the camp to meet other people. But it is like people in the camp in Tanzania were like stuck at the same place. We're not allowed to move or to do different businesses. So that is my experience in the refugee camp.
So you're at Weinberg now. So what's your plan from going from here? What's your plan onwards?
What's the dream, basically? Yeah. What's your aspirations?
I've been working for different children's activities, and I want to continue doing it. But first of all, you can't do it without education. So first of all, I want to do my English classes, and I want to go to university, and I want to start the international relation, because it's one of the options that's related to the refugees, related to the community. And then after that, I'll start working for people, because I've been doing that for many times.
Do you have a message that you can send to the students at Weinberg?
I think a message which I have today is like every child in the world has a talent. Something you need to know, you need to look on the time, use the opportunity, and make sure that people know exactly what to use your talent and make it shine.
Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, remember to subscribe and like, and watch more videos, and comment down below if you have any suggestions.